If you're like me and you make videos, I'm sure that you let other creators that you watch kind of influence your videos. Now, I definitely take inspiration from other people. There's a lot of people that I watch on here, but lately I've been watching a bunch of Peter McKinnon. And if you're familiar with Peter McKinnon's content, then you know what that means. So I guess let's do some EDC stuff. So this is the bag that I carry with me every single day, pretty much wherever I go. Unless I'm going for a bike ride, I have a separate bag for that. Maybe we'll cover that in another video. Not today's video. In today's video, I just want to go through the stuff that I bring with me everywhere, every day. So let's start from the outside in. On the outside of my bag, there's also this separate little bag, which carries two things that I use mostly at work, but I like having quick access to them. Those two things being my headphones and my pen. Now, I definitely use the headphones at work way more than the pen, but I'm not going to sit here and say I don't use the pen at work, where all the food service homies at. But having both of these things in this convenient little side pouch makes it a lot easier to just slide them in and out when I get to work. I don't have to dig through all the stuff in my bag. And it's just one less thing I have to fight with when I'm already miserable for being at work. Now, turning to the front of my bag, it's mostly just about aesthetics. There's not a lot of utility on the front here, aside from this guy here. I do not have a brand name on this. I bought a 3-pack on Temu. This has been a great little hook knife for work. This thing is perfect for opening boxes and not going too deep. And like I said, it was a 3-pack. I gave the other 2 to some friends and they both get use out of them daily. They both clip them onto their car keys or their work belts, and they use them at work as often as I do. Now, before we dive into the big pouch in the middle, there is a front spot, which at the moment is carrying Kitchen Confidential. This front pouch of my bag is the perfect size for a book, so whatever book I'm working on at the time usually lives in the front there. But all right, let's get to the good stuff. First up, my Herschel wallet. I actually had to buy this when I lost my wallet and my car keys for weeks, and it turned out they were just in a closet at the top of my stairs where me, my wife, 10 of our friends and assorted family members had looked, and it just disappeared. So this is how I got my Herschel wallet. I like it, it's durable, it's the only bit of Herschel stuff that I could actually afford. I used to work at Zoomies and we sold the Herschel backpacks and I wanted one so bad, but even with my discount, I couldn't justify spending that. Herschel makes good stuff, but come on guys, come on. Next up, we have something I use all the time. Now, it's a lighter, wahoo, but can your lighter do this? Unless you have one of these, probably not. But this is the Flicker Lighter Fidget case, I guess. I love this thing. It has effectively ruined every other lighter for me because unless I can do this with it, it feels messed up. My brain is now used to the size of a lighter feeling like this and it being able to do 360s over and over and over and over and over and over again. Which is making another thing in my bag completely obsolete, but the one in my bag is more acceptable to whip out just in like a library or something. People don't usually like seeing you just like twirling a lighter. You're probably up to something. And I'll do my best to link everything in the description down below, but these cases are great. I think they're like 11 bucks. Super worth it. Try not to drop this though. These little spinning wheels on the side pop off and will make you think that it's broken. It's not. They pop back in, but just, yeah, these things are awesome. They come in a couple different designs. I just wanted standard black because I was going to paint it, but I kind of lost my nerve. But this is my daily lighter, and it's just so fun. Next item. This is another one of those things where when you're younger, you're thinking like, dude, I'm never gonna have to carry something like that with me all the time. And then you grow up and you're like, man, I should probably really have something like that with me at all times. That thing being chapstick. Now, you could go the Burt's Bees route. You could go wherever you want. Me, I went with this. EOS, I don't know, but man, this is like, I think it's literally just like strawberry shortcake, but like I've rounded out the top. I've had this for a minute. This is my favorite chapstick by far. Smells delicious, dude. Dude, it's 2025. Like, you can have pink chapstick. It's not weird. It's fucking chapstick. Who cares? And if you care about this, you shouldn't be allowed to ever use chapstick again with your busted ass lips. But EOS makes a couple other flavors. I haven't tried them because I am just too damn loyal to their strawberry. Now, my wife did get me this, which is some sort of berry flavor. It smells nice, but it's not the same as my crown jewel here. You can get a 2-pack at like most grocery stores or your standard ones, or you can just get a fat boy like I got. Either way, huge W. So this one's gonna be quick. There's not really much to say about it, but little travel deodorant. Who wants to smell like shit? Now, it also doesn't have to be native. I got this for free at the local food shelf. So we're not exactly big balling out on the native stuff, but yeah, get yourself a little travel deodorant thing, because even when you put on deodorant, sometimes you'll just arrive and then you'll just be like, wow, how do I smell like ass? And that's when peppermint candy cane deodorant comes in to save the day. Either that or my wife just wants me to smell like Christmas all the time. Now, you'd think this next item is something that would just have been there in the first place, but I just never really thought to bring one with me, at least in this bag. My camera bag obviously makes sense, but it's just a power bank. I don't know the brand name of this one. It was my sister's. It can charge 2 things at once. The only awful part is it uses like USB micro B shit, and I think I have maybe 1 cable left that charges this thing in my house. Like, it would probably make a lot more sense for me to go and get a newer one, but this being my sister's, it has a little bit more sentimental value, and honestly, this thing rips. Takes a little while to charge, but press the button on the side, you got the indicator for how much left, 96%. This will charge my phone from dead to full at least twice. I have another smaller power bank that I got when Pokemon Go came out, which, oh my God, that's been 10 years. Holy shit. But it still works. Definitely not as good as it used to, and it does not hold a charge as well as it used to, but this one absolutely does. So welcome to the bag, friend. I'm just gonna make this one quick. I have another fidget spinner in my bag, just your standard traditional model. What can I say? I'm a fidgety little boy. It's nice to just sit there and just like spin something instead of clicking a pen or whatever. Now, I'm working on a video expanding more about this, but I have to reshoot it because a bunch of the footage was just horribly out of focus and I didn't even notice, but I'm making a real push this year to go as far backwards technologically as I can, in that I'm leaving a lot of the apps off my phone and just leaving them on my computer. So it's like old school internet. Come home, check it, leave the shit at home, and go do something else. But one of the best ways that I have found to kind of cling to analog is to carry notebooks with you, and I carry 2 of them actually. This is your standard notebook. I don't have a brand name for this, but it's just a line notebook. These are great. You make an actual like to-do list of stuff. Crossing things off with an actual pen feels so great. And then the other side, I have just a tiny little pocket sketchbook, which is just, you know, doodles and whatever I'm feeling at the time. These are also good to be used for to-do lists and stuff, but I find that having like a standard dedicated actual notebook is better for making lists. I have a tendency to kind of like swerve when I don't have lines when I'm writing. So having the guiding lines is nice, and then having the freedom to just draw whatever I want with this little guy is great. Also, shout outs to Pentalic, the company that makes these. I've got a few of your notebooks, man. Pentalic makes a great product. So if you're looking for a little pocket burner, or I've had this guy, it's another Pentalic. I've had this notebook here for 6-7 years now, probably. And this one's a graph notebook, so it's got a little bit of everything, but it's mostly just notes. But writing stuff by hand and scratching things off, it just, I don't know, it feels nice. I'm so sick of touching glass and swiping, and But it's nice to have these. And I have a million notebooks. I have a notebook behind the camera. I have this one that I already showed you. I have another sketchbook right here, several in here, a thing of notebooks up there. I just like having pen and paper, which will lead me perfectly into my next item. My pencil case. Little hardcover. It's not like super hardcore if this gets run over by like a bike. Everything in here is dead, but it's good for my little bag. Now I carry 3 utensils in here because I tried carrying some on the other side and it literally just won't shut. So the 3 that I carry are my mechanical pencil with my little Venus flytrap guy on top. Just a little .5 pen I got like a pack of 20 of online somewhere. These are great for writing and drawing. It's small enough where you can do like shading work if you're really into like hashing out shading and stuff. And then lastly, the only Copic marker I have. Do you know why I only have one? People who are unfamiliar with art supply costs? Yeah, you're right. This one marker is $8. It's fine. I just don't know if it's $8 fine. But I carry it in here because I feel like I have to, honestly. I could probably put something else in its place. Honestly, with its size, I could probably put 2 more things in its place. But it's nice, and I like having it, and it's good for shading with the sketchbook. But I highly advise everybody to start carrying around notebooks with them again. Here's another one. This one literally just lives in my front pocket here. You can get a pack of 3 of these for like $1. Go get yourself your favorite pen. I got my Pilot G2. This is my favorite pen. You just make a list of stuff. Write down things, cross them off, doodle, rip out pages. That's what it's meant for. I know a lot of people have trouble sometimes on like the first page of a notebook. Just honestly, go in there, scribble that shit out, and you won't have to worry about it. Tips from a guy who's addicted to pen and paper. But there you have it. The things that I carry with me every single day. I guess we could add my phone. I think it's an iPhone 11 or 12. It's an older model. The camera on it's fine. Just get yourself something else. But let me know what you carry with you every day. And also, like I mentioned it at the beginning of this video, go watch Peter McKinnon's everyday carry videos. And if you like this video, please like and comment and subscribe and blah, 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 blah. Go check out all my other content. I just put out a video the other day that I'm really proud of about why I create. It's all dubbed over and everything. It's my attempt at shooting like an artier video, I guess. And you know what? You have a lovely day. And go get yourself a pocket notebook, please. Please.